Right, what we're going to cover in this module is how we essentially make life easier and make success more predictable. And we do that through systems and processes. So grab yourself a pen and paper as usual and give me your undivided attention, and I will give you the blueprints you need in order to create that predictable success. Because let's face it, life is busy, life gets in the way, there's lots of chaos, and it's not uncommon for things to go wrong when we become too busy. We lose focus, we lose direction, we lose the consistency required in order to get the results that we want. We then blame ourselves, or you blame yourself for not achieving that. But somewhere in the world, there's somebody doing exactly what you want to do that's actually busier than what you are. And you've just got to accept the fact that it's probably down to the fact that they've got systems and processes in place in order to succeed. Now, systems equals consistency, and consistency equals results. This is me. Once I unlocked the code, this was me enabling myself to stay lean year round, regardless. And I've got a sweet tooth. I like to eat, and I'm a busy guy with several businesses. But we've also done it with lots of other guys as well, whether that's the dropping a stone, feeling better about themselves, getting more energy, being more productive at work, more focused, more time with the family, whatever it is. We've been managing to get these results. So what we're going to show you over the next couple of slides and the next 5 minutes or so is the type of systems we adopt and employ and how you can put them into your calendar as well. So why do we use systems first and foremost? I've touched on it already, but ultimately things go wrong often. And when things go wrong, it's good to have a blueprint to fall back on. Something you can rely on that you know that's worked in the past, that's worked for other people, that's been thought through, that you can just follow and essentially tick off as you go. It reduces decision fatigue, and we're going to cover this over the next couple of modules as well, in the fact that the less decisions you make, the more likely you are to make better ones. Every time you make a decision, imagine it being battery life being drained from your brain. And the less you have to make, the better you are likely to do with the outcome. And then it gives you confidence because you know that you've got something to use as a handrail that's going to give you some form of positive outcome, which is going to lead to results. Remember, you don't have to be perfect. Things don't have to be 100%. Just like Simon, sales consultant who used to travel to the USA a lot. And when he was over there, his clients used to meet him, take him out for lunch, take him out for drinks. His sleep was all over the show. He was living out of airports. He was traveling on planes, and he was just in a bad way. He joined up with us. He dropped 10 kilograms in 12 weeks whilst undergoing those meetings, whilst going out, and he developed home and away systems so that he could develop his lifestyle, and he regained his energy, regained his performance, become a better sales consultant, got promoted, and got himself out of the rat race of having to travel to and from the US every week near enough in order to maintain his standard of living. And essentially systems that we use, it can be checklists, it can be blueprints and frameworks that you follow, it can be routines and rituals that you adopt, it could be processes that you put in place, both for yourself and for your family. Something simple as have a date night every week with your partner. And then it's repeatable behaviours and patterns that you need to create systems for. Do you go to the football on a Saturday? Do you go out drinking on a Friday night? Do you go around to the in-laws for Sunday lunch? You can create systems and processes and routines for these events. Now, our whole program is based around a system, and we call it the pod system. So we effectively plan how you're going to progress. We organize your day and your week through structures and said systems. And then we deliver, and we ask you to deliver through behaviors and habits. And that is essentially how we structure the entire thing, through a system which is repeatable, that we can do with guys time and again. Hence the reason we get results with more than one person. Doesn't matter what goes in it is bespoke. But the framework and the system that we follow in order to deliver those results and make sure that person stays consistent is the same. And we use things like the 25-52 rule that we've gone through already. That is a system and a framework that we can follow to stop procrastination and get you back on track and maintain consistency. We also have what we've gone through already is the traffic light system. And it's developed essentially to make nutrition easier so that you don't have to blame overwhelm, you don't have to blame confusion. We take away those excuses, those limiting beliefs by producing these simple to follow, easier to execute systems that anyone can follow. And we have classic ones such as the morning routine. Now, a lot of people think the morning routines and evening routines, they don't do them because they're brainwashed via social media that they've got to be all these spiritual things. And they don't. Sample morning routine, toilet, drink water, do some form I do some form of meditation. I stretch, I mobilize, and I do what I call my 3x3 and 3, which is another system. I confirm the day with my plan and I'm gone. And it's as simple as that. You start your day off well, you feel as though you're winning, you've planned your day, you've filled your day with stuff you wanted to do, and it doesn't have to take long. I've got a 20-minute version just in case I don't have 40 minutes as well. So I've got a system backing up another system. Now that might sound onerous, but it doesn't to me. It's very, very simple. It took me 5 minutes to put together, and it allows me to stay consistent, and I therefore keep my results. That's not onerous. We've then got evening routines where we celebrate the day and set up tomorrow. Evening routines are super important because it allows you to de-stress. It dumps your mind of information. Therefore, you sleep better and you wake up with more energy. You're able to deal with more during the day and you feel more confident as a result. And my sample routine is turn the TV off, brush teeth, stretch. I plan the next day, I mind dump. I'll call that journaling, but I mind dump. And then I read pages of a book for about 10 minutes. 40 minutes again. Simple. Very, very simple. Very, very effective. So frequent scenarios that you may find yourself in where you require systems. Morning and evening routines. When you're going away on holiday, what do you do? If you're at an all-you-can-eat buffet restaurant, all-inclusive. When you're traveling, whether it be in a train, in a car, on a train, on a plane, whether you're living out of hotels, what is the system for eating? What is the system for training? What is the system for doing the right things? What happens when you go and eat out and you know you're going to an Italian where there's lots of pasta or lots of bread or there's alcohol? What are your systems for dealing with that and preparing for that? And then if you do overindulge, what are your systems for getting back on track? These are just a few of the examples that you will come across. Now, what I would like you to do is expand on this. So your task for today is to go out, spend 5 to 10 minutes and look at your routine scenarios that you conduct and the things that you can create systems for. Because we have something simple like tick the boxes. So when we assign habits to an individual, like we've done with the consistency challenge with you, we get them with inside our app. This is inside our app to tick the boxes. And I can go in there and look and see what their win rate is. And I can see where they're going wrong. And then I can dive in and I can offer that coaching and that accountability and that support in order to fix those things. So we've got a system for them tracking. We've got a system for me monitoring. And then we've got a system for them asking for help should they need it. You know, these are all things in place that are clear, that everyone understands, that get results. So I want you to download the guides. What we've done with the guides is I've got a simple one for you today. Download it. It's for the morning and evening routines, and that will help you start to bookend your day. Very, very powerful start to how you implement systems. Don't want you to do this all at once, but the biggest question is when it comes to systems, what is your challenge right now? And how long do you think this has kept you stuck? And what needs to happen to get you over this hurdle? And your action steps beyond the task is look at your frequent scenarios, develop a workable process that works, create frameworks that help you, and then it's just a case of practice them, analyze if they're working, what needs tweaking, and refine them. Now, you can't do this all at once. You can create the list all you want and create as big a list as you can. And then it's just a case of ticking these things off as you produce them. I would advise that you don't produce too many too soon, because what will happen is you'll get overwhelmed and you won't do any of them. So if you need help with this, I have provided the link in the group already, but would you benefit from the strategy session where we goal set, we'll lay all this stuff out for you, we'll identify the roadblocks that have been holding you back, we'll help you gain clarity and certainty on your goals with a plan and strategy. We can conduct that audit to follow up on the one that you started with, and we can create a roadmap that will get you to your desired outcome. If you would, then click the link in the comments in the text above, and you can book yourself in with Greg. Okay, right, guys. Hope you found that useful. Let me know in the comments below what you are going to implement straight away. Shout "done" when done in the comments.